so let's get into this young Pharaoh reading. So I did talk to somebody who knew a little bit about him and asked them what questions would they like for me to ask. They want to know if he's authentic, his purpose. Well, I actually came up with that question because I do love to ask that question. What type of husband or boyfriend he is. I'm not sure if he's married or not, so that's why we couldn't, they didn't know either. Okay, and asks if his girlfriend is happy in the relationship. The person who I was talking to, they told me that he used to be a UFC fighter, and they kind of want to know if he's gonna go down that path or whatever. Um, I'm getting a no, just I don't know, no popped up in my head. Spirit is saying no because, for one, he don't want to put his body through that, and for two, he felt like he found his purpose on a different path. So, like he may still do it to keep his body fit, but I don't feel like he would do it as a career. Um, Also, I'm hearing that he has the mentality that being a UFC fighter is kind of like being a slave to something because it just he looking at the standpoint of people finding this entertaining and paying for it and stuff like that. Something about it make him feel like he would be like a slave to something, to that industry if he was to do that. And he trying to create his own industry. So, all right. So I'm just going to start out asking what type of person he is, his personality and stuff like that. So let's get into it. All right. First card I pull, Ace of Wands, passionate person. I'm hearing Virgo though. I don't think he's a fire sign. Maybe he have fire placements, and I don't know why I'm hearing Virgo. I originally was thinking Gemini when looking at him, but I heard Virgo, so I'm just saying it. Then I got the Six of Pentacles. He's very giving. He believe in balance, equal give and take. Mm. I feel like he's pretty open to, like, all right. Mm. All right, let me just pull all the cards and be back. All right, so let's get started. So we all have masculine and feminine energy within ourselves, and those attributes carry, different things. I actually feel like he is more in tune with his divine feminine nature because he do have the tendency to fall into toxic masculinity behaviors. So he needs to bring more balance to that. Because for one, he needs to find balance between his work and his relationships, his family. Because I'm feeling like his woman, I don't know if he got more than one, but somebody that he's close to, they feel lonely sometimes. they feel like it's hard to pull him away from his work at times. And if he's not caring, I mean, if he's not careful, he could lose this person. And he be so far gone in his head sometimes that it's hard to pull him in the present at times. He also he got an ideal of what women should be, or what would make a woman happy. He has an ideal of it. Maybe he was raised around a lot of women or something like that, but he wrong about some things. He could have the tendency of feeling like all women have basic needs and they the same. He should look at women as all as individuals, and they all have different needs and different wants, different desires, different levels of ambition. And I feel like he could respect that, but showing it through his actions, he struggled with that, because he do have an ideal of a place of where a woman should be, and her role in society is very structured, and he's not understanding that this could make women feel like they are in a box, in a cage. Damn. But if he ain't careful about balancing things, he could lose big in love. He believes in fairness and integrity. I pulled a Virgin card that's also giving me like Virgo energy. So, maintaining a symbolic purity of heart and spirit. So, he values that about himself, is that he do move with integrity, and he's trying to do what's right, and he's also trying to give back to his community with the Six of Pentacles. So as far as being authentic, I would say yes, but I do feel like he may be stuck in certain religion or certain occult knowledge that actually limits him. If he wants to get outside the box, he got to fully get out of that box. What I'm hearing is that like he holding on to old, outdated, ancient beliefs that are not useful today. They just not. Spirit say that he could upgrade it though. He could upgrade that knowledge. That's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to take that knowledge and make it modern, which means that he will have to change things that doesn't fit into modern society. And Spirit say he could do it, and he will. So I pulled the night energy for him too. If you watch my other reading on Dolo, whatever, he also had this energy. And I was saying that in the algorithm was tying them together. but his is reverse. It's a shadow attribute for him. And let me tell you, ooh, this is just what I was just talking about. Allegiance to a destructive ruler, which is a religion or something that he believes in, or principle. See, allegiance to a destructive ruler or principle, and romantic delusions. So it touch on both subjects. So he do have a allegiance to some type of religion or belief system or something like that that is destructive in nature because it's not useful today. And we moving out, we are moving outside of looking into history to figure out what's going on today. Because for one, a lot of times when people think they have the correct knowledge of that time or whatever, because I don't know, maybe they paid $500 for a book or something that they feel like give them some type of secret knowledge and shit like that, but it ain't useful today. And you probably shouldn't be utilizing that energy because it is destructive. I also feel like he highlights people negative behaviors, negative attachments that they have, addictions and stuff like that. He highlights it in a way that allow people to see it within themselves, and that way they can work on it. I also got the advocate card. Inspires you to put compassion into action. Definitely. And I also get that energy with this Six of Pentacles over here. Definitely. Look, warrior, but it was reversed. So it's the shadow attribute. Trading ethical principles for victory at any cost. Indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. He is a warrior, but I feel like some of the stuff that he going to war for, certain principles, are outdated and actually hinders him in a lot of ways. It hinders his mind to be used to his full capacity. Like sometimes when he doing something, he could get stuck or trip over those principles, those attributes of whatever thing that he believe in. Like, let's say that he's following the principles of Mayat or something. But I'm trying to find the best way to explain it. Okay, let's say that he's on the verge, like he was just presented with new knowledge, new information, something future oriented, and he thinking about that as, how can I use this? How can I? But then he might get stuck in a mental blockage of like, oh, this don't fall in line with the principles and values of this system that I'm using. So I'm not for to use that. Stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. He may be dedicated to outdated beliefs, basically. So I pulled the queen and king cards here, but the king is reversed. The queen is upright. So that's what I was talking about earlier with finding balance. Um, I feel like he has a lot of empathy for women. And he takes the time to see women perspective. I feel like he could be harder on men. He can lack that same compassion that he has for women, and he's not realizing that that's tied into toxic masculinity, because he feel like maybe that man is not acting in a way that a man should. Maybe he's being a crybaby. Maybe he's doing this and this and that. So it's like he got the mindset like, toughen up, toughen up. But that's not the right advice for every man. That's what I'm saying. People are individuals. So, yeah. Yeah, he definitely needs to find more balance when it comes to work and personal life. Um, he's feeling disappointed about some type of decision that he made, some type of decision he kind of made impulsively, and he disappointed about that. And I don't feel like he recognized fully the hot water that he is stepping in. Okay. Um, I feel like there's a woman in his life that is dealing with a form of depression, and that's like taking a toll on him. Um, mm, to be honest, he could be the one that's not being treated fairly by whoever this woman is, because I'm feeling like they in a dark space and he trying to make it right, but it's like he just feel like he can't make this person happy sometimes. mm. um and this person may not be his divine counterpart. He might think it is. He may be trying to make things work because of circumstances, but it's something not right. Something not right. To be real, I feel like he a good dude, but he may not be with a good woman. I mean, shit. Woo, child. So I think I'm feeling like placing a boundary here. I'm not gonna go too deep in this right here, but um, right now I feel like he got some major changes to make in his life for his own happiness. I'm feeling like a stuck like energy, stuck in something that he don't want to be stuck in, but he is following something that keeps him stuck because he think that's how you supposed to do things. Nah, he's supposed to create his own way, his own balanced nature. He supposed to be managing himself, but I feel like he letting some type of belief system manage him in his actions. And if he ain't careful, that's gonna lead to unhappiness. All right. Bottom of the deck, I got Judge. Let's see what it say. Balancing. Look at this. Look at this right here. Balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. Oh, child. Tongue tied today. What's under that? Mediator, but it's reverse. One thing I can say about him is that if push come to shove, he will use his shadow side. Like he will do what he have to do to survive, basically. Which we all have that ability. It just depending on how you use your shadow attributes. Like for instance, my temper. Yeah, I don't got a bad temper. I know I could make it seem like that. It's just that when people do make me mad, they not expecting that reaction. But it's something that I utilize to create boundaries to people who keep stepping over them. People who don't respect my boundaries. Oh, you don't respect it? All right, mother. All right. So he's similar in that way. Let me spray some rose water. I do feel like he is about to come into a new way of thinking and a new way of doing things. I think by the end of this year, we will be seeing like a change in him, a change in his mentality, behaviors, maybe even his life, if he chooses to do what makes him happy. And we'll do that with balance and fairness. Like, okay, let's say that you don't want to be with somebody anymore. And instead of causing destruction by starting arguments and maybe cheating on them, or, causing like manifesting a tower moment, you can just speak your truth. Like, look, I don't think I want to be in this no more. I ain't happy. I don't feel like we're a good fit, and you being truthful and authentic, that's your part. How they perceive it and how they take it is theirs. But all I'm saying is that everything can be done with integrity, done without causing destruction or hurting somebody or causing like a terror moment. Well, it's still a terror moment, but you could lessen the impact Because let's say that you wasn't happy in a relationship, and then you go out there and you start cheating on this person, and then you would hear like some people being like, well, I cheated. You ever seen the show Cheaters? Most of the time what the women are saying, I cheated because you was always at work, you never made time for me, da 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 da, and stuff like that. So instead of them taking that action, they could feel justified in their actions, like, oh, I did this because of that. So they did a mess up thing because of they felt like they wasn't getting something they needed. Now they on a show called Cheaters, getting exposed to the whole world. They could have had just left the relationship. They could have had just walked away. They could have had just been honest. You know what I'm saying? All right, my bad, y'all got interrupted. So or if she got caught, she should have just took accountability, realizing the fact that you hurt this person, regardless of how you perceived it. You know, so you could bring fairness and balance to everything. But most of the time, we ain't happy in the world. It ain't got shit to do with nobody else. It just how the way that we think, rules and stuff that we feel like we have to follow because that's the restrictions that society placed on us, you know? Anywho, let's go on to the next question. Alright, so I'm not gonna get too deep in his relationship. So instead, I'm gonna ask, like, what type of lover is he? He could be a very passionate lover. He love attractive women. Him being attracted to a woman is very important. He also have a hard time with like letting relationships go. He usually is willing to try again or to continue to try in a relationship, even if it's not working. Even if he's feeling disappointed. Yeah, get some clarity for this right here. He also love intelligent women. With this star card, I got I'm in awe of you. He's pretty confident as well. He also likes to be explored physically and mentally by somebody. I think that he also might even need mental stimulation to really get turned on. Okay, clarity for this one. He don't really like to feel vulnerable as well in a relationship. He like to feel like he's the one in control. And he have very high standards when it comes to women. He likes women that are confident. I'm using my card, so what type of lover is he? Who? Alright, so he may be into being like blindfolded or taking away one of his senses to heighten another. He has cheated before. I'm not saying he doing it right now, but he has cheated before. He do like to serve. He like to cater to his partner. And when it comes to the bedroom, he won't stop until you orgasm. He gonna put in that work. He gonna put in that work until he get it right. Until he get it right. Can't see what else. Alright, so what I'm getting is the fact that he not the type to have like a lot of fetishes and stuff like that. You know, he just like for you to be pleased and for him to be pleased. Doing all that extra stuff, nah, he ain't really into all of that. Unless he's not like that with his main chick. But with like the mistress or something or whatever, he could be a little bit more freakier. I also got the card that I'm a little shy. Like, I feel like he believes in his ability to please his partner, but it can be like a vulnerability there. But he will make sure that you please. And he may even enjoy sex better with the lights turned off. So I'm gonna get a few more cards. What I'm also getting with the I'm a little shy card, not necessarily that he's shy, but I feel like he like to observe the person that he likes first to see if that person liked them back before approaching them. Like he would test the waters first to see if this person likes him too, and then he will approach them. He has been heartbroken a few times. Yeah. And that can make him a little guarded, always wanting to protect his heart because I feel like he loves in a big way. But I feel like he's been cheated on before or mistreated before. And to be real, I'm just going to put this out here. He's a good guy. He is. I feel that. I feel like he would treat you good. He a good guy. But it's a lot of women out there like they can't appreciate a good dude or somebody that treat them well because for one, we are souls and a lot of times we are looking for destruction. We are looking to create some mess or whatever. It may hurt us, but it excite us at the same time. Now with him, he's he could get lost in his head a lot. And because of that, that could take away from some of the passion. Get what I'm saying? So I feel like, especially when he was younger, he dealt with women who did not appreciate him. So, and those feelings kind of bleeds over into his relationships today, from like bad relationships of the past, um, women that hurt him or broke his heart or didn't appreciate him. And another point I want to make is that, because I have seen this a lot, women who, I guess, go for the bad boy or whatever like that, and a lot of times that's based off of their own insecurities, that what they feel like they deserve. um, it's also a level of competition. Sometimes when you have a guy out there that seems unattainable, there gonna be a lot of women that's gonna be want to get him and make him be faithful to her because she feels special or different in some type of way. Not knowing that it's not the fact that he haven't found the right person, it's the fact that they don't love themselves. They can't commit because of some type of trauma. They have issues. Probably didn't have their daddy in their life or something like that. You know, it don't got nothing to do with them finding the right partner. Ain't nobody can make this person be a good person but them. So, and I feel like he understands that as well. So it's not like he is like in a victim mentality over it of being mistreated in the past. It's more like he understands. It's still embedded in him to the point that he look for those warning signs all the time in women, all the time. So, I asked what is his purpose. His purpose is to basically turn people into warriors or redirect people focus on what they should be really fighting for. But sometimes he can sacrifice his integrity for some money. Because I pulled a virgin card again, but this time I pulled it in reverse. So and I gotta take a picture of this because these are how the cards laid naturally. So under the victim card, I pulled the Eight of Swords, which the Eight of Swords represents a victim mentality. So he is supposed to free people from that victim mentality. And I feel like he's on his way to his path, but he's not there all the way because he's still entertaining certain beliefs that are not beneficial to him or his people. It's a lot of swords here, so he also teaching people how to fight war through their mentality and not so much physical. He also are supposed to lead by example. He is supposed to be virtuous, like this virgin card, high integrity. That's how he will become the most blessed in life. But he has to always stand firm on his morals and values all the time. Not on anybody else's, on the ones that he created for himself. Also with this victim card, I feel like he are supposed to protect real victims. The real victims. So he highlight that too. It's not just about getting rid of a victim mentality. He is showing us how to be more compassionate for victims. And also how to handle them in a way that they get some type of healing versus us just feeling sorry for them and not making any progress. Nah, he is that beacon of light that show us how to get over the hurdle of being a victim and how to be compassionate and loving towards real victims. That's dope. That's motherfucking dope. That's some dope shit right there. That's some dope shit right there. So, as I'm picking up anything else. See, under this guide reverse card, it's a places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. And then under that, I pulled the 5 of Wands. I want to read this to y'all. Caution. You may have to resort to underhanded methods to get a project pushed through. Competition, greed and lust for power, obstacles, secret opposition to your plans, a rival challenge your authority. There is no easy way to do this. Arguments will be part of every day. Damn, that is his life. A frustrating and difficult time ahead. Households, bad luck, and nooses. He is a debater. He has the mind of a debater. So, yeah, he is a warrior, as in he has to compete towards other beliefs and value systems are just injustice in the world. I do remember pulling, I think, the mediator card or something for him. No, the judge card. I'm hearing that he guards the gates of heaven. Whatever that means. Oh. Heaven is a mind state, y'all. Just pull a few more on his purpose, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. That was a good reading. This was fun to do. Oh, these cards act like they don't want to shuffle right. Come on now. Okay. Alright, so I got this child internal. It came out reversed, but I'm gonna read the light and the shadow attributes of this. So the light attributes is determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things from fresh eyes. And then the shadow attribute is inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. So I feel like he will help people to bring balance to this. Like, yeah, you're supposed to keep your inner child, but you have to take responsibility, accountability for your actions. You can't be out here breaking souls. he ain't gonna stand for it. He's the knight for that. He protect real victims. And at the bottom of the deck, I had Advocate. Inspires you to put compassion into action. And I pulled this for him in the beginning. So yeah, he's definitely an advocate. Just make sure you're fighting on the right side of the war now. All right, y'all. Stay blessed.